Holy moly bajoli. I was just laying down. I told myself I wasn't going to make a video today. However, when the spirit calls, the spirit calls. And we oblige. I'm here to oblige. I had a customer come in yesterday when I worked at the department store that I work at. And he was military. He was veteran. He's like, you can't be controlled, can you? I was like, no. It's not my design to live on this earth and be controlled. I don't know why we think, I don't know where we landed in that portion of living. I'm not sure where the most intelligent agencies and all this jazz landed on that outcome. I'm not sure. That's on their end. I don't trouble myself to think about it. However, given the circumstances that I've walked through, and that's what I told him. I was like, look, I've been through too much. I've seen too much. The controlling of me has come and gone. It's come and gone. It just is what it is. It is what it is. I move in the spirit of who I am. I move in my faithful beliefs. I move in my morality. I move in my sovereignty. I move in my dignity. I move in my grace. I move in my mercy. Not only for myself, but for others. And I'm not here to shape other people and how they feel and all this stuff. That is not my walk. But I dang sure wasn't put on this earth to be controlled. Period. There's too many people in this world that think that it is their duty to control other people. I found myself in the makings of this world being controlled by other people. And I'm like, whoa. I don't know what kind of ship we're running, but that is not a ship for me. It's not a ship for me. You're on some sinister stuff. You're with some wonky stuff, and it's not for me. And I can gracefully remove myself and recognize that you want to control people, and I'm not somebody that wants to be controlled. So we can just go on our merry way. Today has been an interesting day, to say the least. I had this one cop car that followed me home, essentially. I was like, look, bro, if you're trying to instill fear in me, that ain't gonna work. I hope and pray people will get it one day. I really do. I do not move in fear. I don't care who you are. I do not. I know I walk by faith, not by sight. Every minute is a blessing, and I won't be taken before it's my time. And I dang sure won't allow the reality within my world, in my community, and the forces that be, the powers that be, the institutions that be, all this stuff, play into my world. That was not their designated purpose. They want to think that, and they can think that. I want them to think that if that's what they need to think. But it doesn't mean that it has reality within my world. It just doesn't. So often enough, we get lost in this reality called life, not realizing that you are a piece on somebody else's puzzle. Like I see that so clearly, whether that be the cop behind my car being weird, straight weird, right? And I'm like, bro, you're just taking orders from so-and-so that's taking orders from so-and-so that's doing so-and-so and this and that. Like, I get it. It's so funny because my new thing now is like, when it comes to the reality and the vouchers and the gift cards and the group chats and all this stuff, I want people to get paid. If they did their dues, I want them to get paid. I'm on your team. I will go to blows for you. I'm a ride or die kind of chick. I will go to blows for you. I want people to get paid. Everybody's got to eat. Right? But also, like, on the other side of the spectrum, like, don't complain about the economy when you're a part of the problem. Don't complain about the economy when you're a part of the problem, right? Everybody works hard for the money. Everybody got to do what they got to do. Everybody's got dirty secrets. Everybody got all this stuff. I mean, it's the new wave. It's a wave of the motion for whatever reason. And if you're somebody that does not move and operate in that. You don't have no dirty secrets. You're not controlled. You don't need to get paid. Money is no value to you. All these things mean no difference because you live in the present moment of like the reality of understanding your life is a gift. All the other stuff is an extra topping. The rest of the stuff is distortion that's being controlled and manipulated by people outside of you. So you don't look in the mirror and recognize the gift that you are. Because if you recognize the gift that you are, you wouldn't give people the control over you. You wouldn't allow them to manipulate you. You'd understand that you guys are misaligned. You don't see things the same way, and that's okay. Whether it's religion, whether it's politics, whether it's past, present, future, whether it's betrayal, whether it's pain. Everybody has a unique walk. Everybody sees things differently. Everybody feels things differently. Everybody's blinded. I was blinded. I'm no longer blinded. The veils have been lifted for me. I see it. And it's sad. It's very sad where we've landed. And all the players and the institutions and all these different things. This is why Sean Ryan's walking through the things that he does. But something came to me earlier in reference to his monologues with Father Chad. Again, I respect all religions. But the reality is this. You have to understand between what's in the Bible and what's not in the Bible. And you are not gifted the reality. Nobody is gifted the reality to pretend that they're God and they have the ability to vocalize things as if they're God. As if they're God. Like, I'm God and this is what I say and it's an end all be all because I say I'm God. Like, nobody has that placeholder. No one. In all facets. This is where the Pharisees landed where they're at. That's why Jesus went into the temple and literally rolls the roost. Because it gets to people's head. The ego, the flesh, the pride. And then they go and they play with their guns and do all these things and they're not recognizing. They're not recognizing the sinister within their actions. Because the devil comes in many different ways. This world has been constructed. The system has been constructed. It was a beautiful thing that happened in the Tucker Carlson and Sean Ryan interview. When Sean took off the back of his phone and showed the apple, Adam and Eve, the apple, they took a bit of the bite of the apple. And that's on the back of our Apple phones. That's on the back. And you could tell that's where the Holy Spirit is in the movement. That's in the movement. That's a Christ conscience because Tucker's like, I never even thought about that. And at the mere moment between both of those, immediately when I saw that, I immediately felt with every beacon fiber bone in my body, I'm like, that's a Christ conscience and that's the Holy Spirit moving right there. It just is. You can see it so clearly. And people fall in line how they fall in line. They play how they play. They're controlled how they controlled. They're manipulated how they're manipulated. You leave them space for that. People have to walk the path the way that they walk it. They just do. There's a higher power now. There's always been a higher power. And we've all been conditioned not to see it. We've been conditioned not to see it because they want to have that power within your world. Whether it be through your phone, whether it be through the TV, whether it be through the institutions, whether it be through military, whether it be whatever. And that's just the truth. You can control people when you control the power of the people. When you relinquish that, that loses your control. So often enough, what's happening right now is we have so many people that have sowed so many bad seeds that deserves jail time. It deserves jail time. Period. It deserves jail time. And they're doing everything that they can do to avoid that. That's why they're moving all these different mountains, whether it be Charlie Kirk, Iran, Epstein, Iraq, all these different things to avoid the truth from coming out because they deserve jail time in whatever way they play. I mean, just truth. It is what it is. It's the reality. So you open your eyes and you release the veils of that and you understand. You might have cop cars doing it, but they're taking the order from so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. So you leave them space. You're like, bro, I love you. I got your back. Get paid. I want you to get paid. I want you to get paid.